everyone, this is another WTF News on Shizzy Lit podcast.
It's WTF News, hosted by OGSB.
Gravediggaz was an American hip-hop group from New York, known for its dark sense of humor and abrasive, menacing soundscapes. Gravediggaz blended hardcore hip-hop, gangsta rap and heavy metal with horror elements to pioneer the hip-hop subgenre of horrorcore. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gravediggaz. The group dressed in black. Gravediggaz, from left to right, the RZ Rector, the Undertaker, the Gatekeeper and the Grim Reaper. Background information. Origin: New York City and Long Island, U.S. Genres: hip-hop, horrorcore. Associated acts: True Master, Tricky, Killer Priest, Scientific, Shabazz, Dirty Kruger, Wu-Tang-Clan, Method Man. Past members: the Gatekeeper, the Grim Reaper, the RZ Rector, the Undertaker. The group was formed in 1994, which brought together Prince Paul, the Undertaker, Frequan, the Gatekeeper, Too Poetic, the Grim Reaper, and RZA, the RZ Rector. It came about largely due to the efforts of Prince Paul. Frequan and Prince Paul were previously together in the group Stexasonic.
It's WTF News, hosted by OGSB.
Gravediggaz. Performing in 1997, the group's first album was originally titled Mega Mortis. However, this potentially risque title was changed to 6 Feet Deep for the American market. European versions of the album retained the original title, and also included the bonus track Pass the Shovel. It was released on August 9, 1994. The 4 members adopted Gravediggaz alter egos for their work with the group. RZA became the RZ Rector, Poetic became the Grim Reaper, Prince Paul became the Undertaker, and Frequan became the Gatekeeper. In 1995, the 3 rhyming members, without Prince Paul, released a collaborative EP titled The Hell EP with English trip-hop artist Tricky. The second full-length Gravediggaz album, The Pick, The Sickle and The Shovel, was less humorous, dealing more with social and political issues. It also used calmer and more conventional production. Prince Paul played a considerably smaller role in the making of this album, with many of the production duties eventually taken care of by RZA and his Wu-Tang affiliates, including True Master and Fourth Disciple. A bootleg Gravediggaz album, named Scenes from the Graveyard, surfaced in 1998. It featured 7 unreleased tracks plus some remixes from the first 2 albums. Gravediggaz recruited DJ Diamond J. Poetic died of colon cancer in July 2001. Frequan stated in an interview not long after Poetic's death that a new album using leftover Poetic material would be released. 6. Nightmare in A Minor, the third official album, came out in 2001. It featured 2 of the original members, Poetic and Frequan. The album is considered to be the group's darkest work yet, including many references to Poetic's struggle with cancer, as well as apocalyptic themes to do with the teachings of the 5% Nation. Although RZA did not take part in the album, some Wu-Tang-Clan affiliates such as Fourth Disciple, True Master, Prodigal Son, Beretta 9, and Shogun Assassin were involved. The album was mostly produced by Poetic and Frequan. A different version of the album, minus the song Better Wake Up, was released in 2002, for which some of the tracks created by Poetic were replaced or altered. In 2003, Frequan released his debut solo album, Life. Gravediggaz's 4th album, 6 Feet Under, was released in 2004 by X-Ray Cleopatra Records and featured songs from Nightmare in A Minor and Life. According to Frequan, he had nothing to do with the release and claimed that song titles were changed without permission, making it an unauthorized release. In 2010, Gravediggaz recorded a new song, 2 More Cups of Blood. 7. In 2011, it was announced that the group had been recording new tracks involving Shabazz the Disciple and Killer Priest. 8. In 2018, the Gatekeeper released 1 Cup of Blood under the Gravediggaz name. 9. What it do, everybody? It's your girl Envy Allison, hostess of WTF News on Shizzy Lit podcast. Do me a favor and let us up from the 36 chambers. It's the ghost face ass that I should be in charge of this show. I be on my best bullshit, and extra lit. Don't forget that shit. Hold me down. Holla at your gazero. Whoop whoop, blat. According to Frequan, the group's name means digging graves of the mentally dead, and it stood for resurrecting the mentally dead from their state of unawareness and ignorance. 10. The group's lyrics mix black humor, regarding topics such as suicide, death, killing, psychopathy, hell, etc. Criticism regarding the music industry, cartoonish violence reminiscent of the Ghetto Boys, insane poetry, or early 3-6 Mafia, and esoteric references to the Nation of Gods and Earths. The group pioneered the horrorcore genre. 3, 4, 5. Gravediggaz irony influenced hardcore techno through Mark Newland's sampling of the group's Prosinus and Gluten. What's goody with everybody? This your girl Envy Allison, hostess of WTF News on Shizzy Lit Podcast. Before we get started, I gotta say, free my bitch Alexa. She caught an assault charge for pulling up on that goofy bitch Roku for me. I got you on a money order today, bitch. Soon as I get up out of here, that's on blood. Whoop whoop, blah. Anyway, I'm sure you all heard me leaning on OG like a young boy at the dumbass meeting last week. He lucky, I fucks with him like that, and he did hook a bitch up with a job, so I'ma hold this WTF news shit down for his Gilbert Arenas body shape built ass. It's your girl Envy Allison, hostess of WTF News on Shizzy Lit Podcast. I shall get up with you all soon. I'm out. Ya digs me?
Is WTF News, hosted by OGSB.